Alright, at this level I just want to cover some basic strikes we use for the white to yellow belt requirement. Alright, so I'm going to start off with our fighting stance. So our fighting stance is more of a boxing type of stance that we use. So basically we want the back heel up a little bit, alright, on our toes a little bit, so there's a little bit of, not completely heavy on the front foot. My elbows are tucked in, one hand's like we're on the telephone, other hand out in front. So from here, this is called a scanning hand, this one up here just to cover up. Keep the elbows in, we're not flying out here, we're just keeping these in nice and tight. So the first punch we're going to do is off the leading hand, and also what we want to do from here is also get our hands in a good position to punch as well. So from here, if I start off, open my hand up and I'm going to roll the fingers in, and then I'm going to lock my thumb in here. So the thumb supports these two fingers, and that's the area that we use to punch with, right there. So from here, my first punch is off the leading hand. I'm going to move forward with the front one with that stamp and jab straight ahead. Notice I'm punching straight ahead. Alright, keep the elbow down as I punch and twist a little bit and straight back. The next one we're going to do from here is a cross punch. So a cross punch is our reverse hand. It's usually our power hand. So as I step in here, my hand's out here in front. I'm going to change my posture here. So this one's going to come back to cover up my head. And I'm going to punch with the other one. Alright, a power punch. Again, I'm focusing through just between those first two knuckles, our sucky knuckles, and then straight back into our punch from here. So again, cross punch and my jab punch. Alright, so they're my straight punches. Alright, the next one we're going to work on some hook punches from here. Now, with my stance here, my hook punches are circular type of punches. So from here, I'm going to pivot my body if you can. When you're just starting off, it's usually just arm movement, but eventually I want you to try and get some power from your body and your legs, alright? So everything comes up from the ground up. So from in here, I'm going to drop my heel down. I'll demonstrate that first. I drop my heel down and I pivot my body. Alright, so here, notice I'm not punching yet, but I'm pivoting my body from here. All I'm going to do from here is, now I've applied my hook punch. Alright, so as I drop, my punch comes out here and punch. Keep the elbow and wrist all in line. Now, different options are the hand posture in here. Some people like to turn the fist this way. Hook in here, using that, bicep. Alright, just for a start, I like to see this sort of action, alright? Especially with juniors, it's better for their wrists if they can keep this nice and straight. If you're in here, you tend to bend the wrists and then end up hurting their wrists. So by keeping this, I can visually see that the wrist is nice and straight, it's not bent or anything. So this is a good place to start for a beginner to punch, alright? Same again, sucking muscles and up here, covering up. So all I'm doing is using the body as a punch, alright? Off the other side, exactly the same principle from here. Hook punch. Now we've got head and body strikes, alright? Head, body strikes, alright? So there's different levels of where we're striking as well. We'll get into the detail of that more later. So from here, we've got our hook punch, our front and back. Next ones are up, alright? So our movements are going to go upwards with our uppercut. I like to use the backhand for this uppercut, just generates more power off the body. So from in here, I'm going to step in, I lower myself down a fraction, and then from here I bring my elbow and my body in, similar to what I do is for a weave, and then I'm going to punch upwards, alright? So we're driving upwards with our uppercut. So from here, this is good for a rip as well. So we're the same sort of action, but then we're just bringing it all the way up. Alright, so that we'll concentrate on that in further videos. So from here, we're uppercut from here. Keep the elbow right nice and tight, punch up. If I swing from back here on an angle, they may have their hands up here, and we want to be able to come up in this central position. Alright, so we're controlling by bringing the elbow close to the body and then lifting up. Alright. Not swinging from here. There's nothing out here. All I'm using a bit of arm strength. But by bringing the elbow in a little bit, we're getting more power from the back leg. Alright, so I'll demonstrate them from a side view shortly. Same with the uppercut off the front, uppercut off the back. Uppercut off the front, uppercut off the back. And I'm not driving all the way up. I'm just sort of going up past my eyes a little bit and then straight back to my fighting stance. Always return back to your fighting posture. Alright, so just from a side view, we just go through them again. So for the first ones we're going to work on here, my fighting stance is up, back heel up a little bit. I step forward and we work on a jab. So punching straight off, and here we could be aiming for the chin, the nose. All right. From there, I can bring it down, so we're punching towards the stomach, chest area. Cross punch, the same again, just punching straight off. So keep the elbow in and turn my wrist at the end point. We don't really want to lift the elbow up because there's no power in our punch if we lift the elbow up too much. So nice and straight. From here, the next step we've got our hook punches. So again, I pivot and drop the back heel for hook punches. All right. And same off the back, I'm twisting, use my shoulders, send my shoulders forward. Not just using arm power, I'm using body power. All right, so head, body shots. Next one, uppercut. So from here, I lift. All right, I'm lift, and when I lift, you can see that my heel comes up a little bit to drive that punch up if I need to. If I need some more power. Bring the other one in, elbow in nice and tight, and then I lift and straight back here. Punch and back. If I need more power and get down lower, I can lift my body up in the punch as well. All right. So it depends on the situation. But very basic, we'll get a jab, cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, back to our fighting stance. All right. So that's our basic punches. So we got jab, cross, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, back to our fighting stance. Alright, that covers all our punches from there. All in the same position we're punching each time, just that front section of your knuckles. Okay? If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.